And a very, very warm welcome along, everybody. Happy Tuesday, maybe? I think it's Tuesday. Feels like a Tuesday. I think the bins were collected, so I'm going to say it's Tuesday regardless. I hope everyone's doing very well here on this kind of warm afternoon, I've got to say, for the time of year. I'm overheating, so I've got the window open. It is a Choo Choo Tuesday. Welcome in Gemma, Cambe, and Chad. I've been away from stream for a while. Been sick. Very sick, actually. And then I made a slight return over to Twitch. By the way, do follow me on Twitch, !Twitch, if you do want to find me elsewhere. Made a little bit of a return over the last couple of weeks, made sure I'm well enough, and I think I am good again. That nasty illness, I don't know what it is about it. It has been horrific. Everybody I've known with this bug that's going around, they've been incapacitated for about a month. And it is not good. Man or bear, why not both? Is what I say. So I've picked some moves for this because it is a 4-move challenge. Standard moves for URSARING, Headbutt, Earthquake, Double Team for the Red Battle and Return. Hoping that will do us well. A couple of other things have happened actually since we were last together here on stream. My graphics card died. So that happened mid-stream about 10, 11 days ago. I was over on Twitch and everything just shut down. Welcome in, Benny. Yep, an URSARING run. It's been at least 6 weeks since I ran URSARING, so it's been far, far too long. So yeah, my graphics card has died. I have had to buy a new one, a great expense that I cannot afford, really, but needs must when the devil may drive, hey? Anyway, should we get this one underway, see how everything breaks? Well, that's not a good start, is it? The timer's not working. Why isn't the timer working? Let's try now. Nope, something has gone awry here. Thank you for your fishing for coins, Cambe, and for joining the challenge. I have technical issues. For some reason, we are not triggering that. New graphics card issues, eh? Now, the sensible thing would have been to test before going live. But I was too busy fixing other issues. Like OBS crashing every 2 minutes. So my reset. There we go. We don't have 8 resets, so bloody hell. I know AI is doing horrible things for GPU prices. Seems like things are kind of broken still. There we go. Let's try again. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't work. Looks like we're doing this one untimed. Yeah, I have no idea what's causing this issue. It's the same script I've always used. That's saying active, but my script is saying inactive. I had the same with a hard drive. Genuinely no idea what's going on here. Welcome in, Food Tubes. Let's try this one. And Joking Alpaca, thank you for joining at Great Ball. And Gemma, thank you for the 35 months. Also, Cambe, thank you for the 34 months. Why is this not working? I genuinely don't understand this. Good morning, Malisalis. We have technical issues abound. I am wondering whether it's the new controller, but it can't be the new controller. It wouldn't be a stream without them, but these are ridiculous technical issues. I'm going to very quickly restart OBS. Although that probably shouldn't do anything. Please do bear with. Try and remember which port this is on. Let's try again. Force it to do it. I think it's something to do with OBS. Oh, interesting. I know what it is. I'll start the run again in a second. It's because of a plugin I've added to OBS. So I've got this plugin for when I'm doing stuff on Switch. And if I just do this, I can draw on my stream, which is really good for things like problem solving and Lemmings levels. However, it's taking charge of my controller. So all my hotkeys are bound to my controller for things like starting the challenge. And it's like, no, it didn't do that. So I need to fix that for next stream. It's fine. Figured out the cause of the problem. We can get on with the challenge. What time are we at? 7 minutes to solve technical issues. That's not bad. Bloody hell. I'm hoping I'll have far fewer bugs as well, Gemma. And you've just come off a night shift. So you're dead tired. Please, please, please do get some rest if you need to. Let me get my chat up in a place where I can actually see it. By the way, if you want to open up the trading card packs just like Kanbei, pop over to Twitch, !Twitch, and you can get yourself a Smoochum, a Remoraid, and a Houndour. Plan, by the way, is this should be a fairly quick challenge if I remember how to play this game, because it has been about 3 weeks since I did my last recording. Plan is to then do some Lemming stuff over on Twitch, because I have made a lot of progress on my ROM hack there. Also, I don't know what to do on Friday for Pokemon Day. I'm going to be on Switch at least for a part of it with Kim, seeing what's going on in the Pokemon Presents. But after that, not sure. That will have to be Twitch only because there will be some naughty words. Oh, this new controller is good. Even if it's going to take some time to get used to. Good morning, D1. No, we don't want to call the rival screeching. Oh, I am being very cynical already about the re-release. I can't believe they're charging, what, 17 quid for them? I have a better version that I've built on my PC for free. There is also, by the way, one big variable that will change with our challenge runs now. Because the graphics card has changed, all of our timings are going to be ever so slightly different, which means that runs may end up on average a little bit quicker, a little bit slower. I believe Gold and Silver were 7 quid and then Crystal was 8 quid. I got it on launch. I flew to Cyprus the day that Crystal was re-released on Virtual Console, so it gave me something to do on the plane. Congratulations on your Vanillite. That's the one from that line. Scolipede and Mayan Fu, Malasalis. Oh, it feels good to be out of that first route now. I will be perfectly upfront with you all. I was meaning to go live for about the last week as well here on YouTube. But my confidence issues have been absolutely killing me lately. You know that little part of your brain going, you're not good enough, you're an imposter, you're faking it, you're terrible at what you do. People watch because they want to laugh at you and not with you. I had those going around my brain, so I've had to shut up those thoughts. I gave my old cart to a very good friend of mine called Mike for safekeeping. So he's looking after my old cart, playing around with it for Crystal. One of the very first Pokemon games I got gold, then silver, then crystal. I actually got them in order. Should we see if Faulkner's title card works? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Faulkner, he's going to go down in 3. Minimal damage en route, even with the crit. Level 10. We're out of here. I think one of my big issues with the re-releases of Fire Red Leaf Green is they are literally just making the old version again. And they've changed the code from the wireless adapter to being the... Oh, bloody hell. They've changed the code from the wireless adapter to being the Switch's wireless communication. I'd like to see them do something with Mystery Dungeon. I doubt they will, but I would like to see it. Oh, I'm not getting all messages through. Why is that? Bloody YouTube. I swear, every time I stream, YouTube makes this interface worse. It seems like it's not just me not getting all messages through, Kanbei. Oh, bloody hell, we don't outspeed this. Mystery Dungeon is a very emotional game. I played the demo, and that was enough for me to not play it entirely, because I'm like, probably don't have the emotional security for this at the moment. Don't you just love mobile? I find it really hard to watch anything on mobile. Like, legitimately, I find the screen too small. I find I can't focus because I get notifications. It's just a bad time all round for me on mobile. Don't want to face them. We will, however, face him. Expect my movement to be absolutely shocking in this one as well, because I'm getting used to the new speed of the game. See, I've got a nice 21-incher for both monitors. I don't like big screens and I don't like tiny screens. I sit about 1.5 meters away from the screen. Thank you, Seribot. Thank you, Seribot, again. Twitch has a real bot problem at the moment. A Pineco and a Niggly buff there for you, Kanbei. I really wish Slowpoke Well was optional. We don't need it with URSARING. I'd like to get sub 110 on this run as well. Probably not going to happen. But that's kind of my target at the moment. Can't believe that's the first time you got that card, Kanbei. I don't believe in the sub 110. I'm being realistic. With how terribly I've played in the last few runs, sub 120 is a pipe dream. This is Bugsy, specializes in being bad. A few more of those crits in the right places and we'll be golden. I am deceptively bad at coding. I'm thinking, Chad, I'll be live once or twice a week for the foreseeable over here on YouTube with a few extra Twitch streams. I need to really pace myself at the moment. But yeah, I am deceptively bad at coding. Like, I can blag and botch my way through almost anything. It's not clean code, it's not good code, but it gets the job done. Vaguely remember how to get through this bit. I am thinking, actually, Friday, how about a gift lock? Not one of those chat locks where you have to, like, submit your Pokemon. Just a full-on classic gift lock. I think that'd be fun. Because Pokemon will be giving... Bloody hell, voice. Do try and keep up. What level do we evolve into Nidorino? My brain instantly wanted to say 6-7. Thank you for the £2 super chat. And Kanbei, not Kanbei, Chad, thank you for the $3 super chat. You're thinking of Nidoran there, D1. We're talking about URSARING evolving into Ursaluna via Nidorino because I botched the code something no end. Oh, bloody hell, Kanbei. I've just seen the state of that pack. It's a coding error. That's why you got a shiny pack. No, we don't go there yet, you dolt. A lot of the stuff I've done for stream is also fairly simple. I have the wonderful Kangaskhan to thank for teaching me how to code in Python, which is how the card opening works. And then the absolutely amazing Snowy taught me how to code in assembly, which is how we get the game hack working. And I'm now trying to learn a little bit of JS as well. I will never know the technical terms, by the way. But that is what I am trying to learn. Did we pick up the bike? Yes, we did. I don't know how Dan is. I've not heard from him in a while either. I know there was some stuff going on. I don't want to say too much on stream. I know there was some stuff going on in a lot of busy times in his life. But I've not had anything since. I'll drop him a message. It's his birthday in a couple of weeks. So I'll drop him a message then, see how he is. A Blastoise, a thingy, and another thingy. I can't see them. They're too small. Yes, Urban Huntsman? So do I. I'm running off the thing of no news is good news. Also, apologies if my voice completely goes. I am on the heavy, heavy sleeping medication. And one of the things it stops is my ability overnight to decongest. A Houndour. Do I see Houndour? No, that's Haunter, Bellsprout, and Drowsy in that pack. I am terrible at reading. Right, it's time to face Whitney, but maybe her name starts with an S instead of a W. Gotta get through Carry first, and hopefully it won't be a right carry on. Yay, the dancing Pidgey emote. And touch wood here, we seem to be stable at the moment on OBS. Goodbye, Clefairy. Roll out the cow. And that's it done. A Hoothoot and a Houndour there for you, Kanbei. $13.50, by the way, for the plain badge. Do we need to heal? Probably. I use the PP count as a way to tell if we should be healing or not. And it flaming hell, Irwin. And it really does throw me when we're on a round number, but we're actually quite beat up. Because I just assume that we're fine. Don't know if we need this ether, but we'll grab it anyway. Let's go straight to Olivine. I didn't pick up the Quick Claw, did I? An early dinner sounds like a very good idea. When we get Fly, we'll need to remember to take a detour to get the Quick Claw. Shouldn't matter too much in this part of the run. I'm going to take on both Derek and Ruth because I want to skip the Sailor. My dinner today consisted of 2 apple turnovers, which I know is incredibly healthy of me. No, my wrap went off. I thought I had another day on it. But it was the 23rd, not the 24th. So I might have to get some backup gingerbread men from downstairs at some point. Thank you for the tackle, Maisie. One-shotting Marrel's good. I just did good movement and then messed it up. Wooper, Delibird, and Cyndaquil are the Pokemon you are receiving, Kanbei. Also taking a risk on this one by going in without a fire move for Jazz. I wish I could rig it, Kanbei. But without doing very surgical changes to the code just for you while I've got only 2 hands, don't think it's going to happen. Just got to keep spending your points, making sure that I don't do in-game cries. Return's getting there base power-wise. Couple of levels and we should be roughly on par with Headbutt. I do love how URSARING looks at Pokemon and just sees dinner. Let's get ourselves the raft. Welcome in, Hannah. Yes, we are running the bear. I'm contractually obliged to run the bear at least once every 6 weeks. So today is its time in the spotlight. Let's select the correct move there. The fact that we nearly one-shot the Crokinole there is really good, actually. Grab this hop up while we're at it. And into our next gym. I love KFC. Like, genuinely, I have a problem with how much I love KFC. Trouble is, I can't just eat 6 pieces. I have to get the 10-piece bucket. All for myself. During Christmas, I had a 12-piece bucket, and I put on a lot of weight, shall we say, during Christmas. Would you believe me if I said that URSARING's not my favourite Pokemon food tubes? Now, we must remember to plonk on that mint berry after this battle. Definitely close to top 3. Didn't plonk on the mint berry, did I? Teddiursa, however, definitely in the top 3. It's cuter. This is Morty. He's a dual ghost and poison type leader, but he's also a bit crap. Chansey is like in the dregs of Pokemon that I wish didn't exist. Save the mint berry there for the Chuck battle. That's going to be coming up in about a minute and a half. Wooper's cool. I really like Wooper. Miller, I've got Pokemon to beat up your Pokemon. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. We'll just use Headbutt and pretend that the words that are falling from my mouth make any kind of sense whatsoever. I've got a soft spot for Magcargo. I think my favourite Pokemon has only ever been run once on the channel. Just the once. Nope, that's not how you make yourself smelly to make Pokemon not appear. That's correct, Chad. It's a little rat from Alola, which is my favourite. It's so adorable. Slightly banjacks this movement here. Meant to do the Gyarados first, but it's fine. We can save it. Maybe. If we're lucky, we'll get no encounters. We'll take on Ron, Ben as well. Gyarados time, we could get beat up here. And by we could get beat up, I mean he could get beat up. Red Scale acquired. Say yes to Lance, because we have to. Then we'll use our last couple of last couple of headbutts on this dude. I like the Alolan games in very small doses. They are nowhere near open enough for me to enjoy properly. Did we buy repels? Yes, we did. Thank you for checking in, Hannah. Like I mentioned earlier today, don't expect perfection. Just be happy if we can get a run across the line in a not too embarrassing and shameful time. Goldeen, 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 and a Susan. Mustn't forget the medication. URSARING's a really good Pokemon to run when you're not feeling the best, or you need to refamiliarize yourself with the run. Because it plays itself for the most part. Do you know why I call it Susan, though, Hannah? That's the more important question. Ice Cube, some kind of rock thing, and Primarina. So, the reason that Goldeen's evolution is called Susan is because it's desperately seeking Susan. Please don't boo me. My puns are all I've got. Boo yourself, Kanbei. Get in the bin. Bugger off, Primeape. Poliwrath, you crap. Storm Badge acquired. 426 for the split. Not great, not terrible. Nearly swore there. Been too used to the privilege of Twitch streams, where I get to swear all the time. With naughty words such as bum. You're right, there's no bin here on this overlay. You can still put a Pokemon in the bin, it's just going to update when we swapped the Twitch overlay. So much stuff that we need to pick up. I mean, I can't remember if it was the last Twitch stream or the stream before, I did kind of let my language go a little bit fouler than foul and say the C word. Good morning, Deadpool. I like the word crap. How would URSARING go with Drain Punch? Bloody fantastic. Is how URSARING would go with Drain Punch. Yes, you did use it, and you might have noticed I didn't call you out for using it because it's fine. We're missing a nugget. I think we bypassed the cow poo nugget. We're missing a bunch of items, actually. Drain Punch URSARING would be busted, and it's taking my entire self-control to not just ditch this run and code that. Pausing the timer because I need to figure out which nuggets I've got and which ones I haven't. There's no nugget there, you nugget. Yeah, we missed cow poo nuggets, and I think I also forgot to get a goldenrod nugget. I think I just got the rare candy. It's fine, we didn't pause to do the vitamin shop anyway. I did get that one. Am I gas lamping myself? I'm gas lamping myself. There's no extra nugget yet, you absolute bozo squidgy. Erwin, go and take a long walk off a short cliff. And we'll get the quickie C, then we'll do a quick vitamin shop. I don't know how much we can afford or what we need. So we can currently dump 8 protein in. We're going to try and get as close to 8 as possible. Sell our balls. And sell every single TM. Now, where's chat gone? I have to do just 7 now, unfortunately. I'll do these slowly so the flashing isn't too bad. Beartic's good, but not having a good typing really does hold it back. Like, that's the issue with Beartic. There we go, timer issues sorted. Let's get back to the sensible screens. And where do we want to go now? Probably mahogany. I feel like I've missed so much, like, cultural and things going on in the world over the last few weeks because I've been caught up in my own little bubble. Now, I am going to try and take a drink during this rocket section. Will it go well? Let's find out. No, it won't. I've just dropped my lid. I know the Super Bowl's a really big thing for a lot of Americans. Here in the UK, they've tried to make it popular, but people just aren't that into it. Technology is a fickle thing, Gemma. If a message doesn't come through, feel free to just resend it. Yeah, that is true. It is on in the middle of the night. They should do what the Australians do with Eurovision. Broadcast it live and then replay it in its full. With, like, post-commentary later. I cannot stop thinking about this idea of bulk up drain punch URSARING. Oh yeah, it's absolute BS, the price of Fire Red Leaf Green. Welcome in, Seth. I hope you're doing well. You've missed all the technical malarkey that went wrong at the start of stream because it's one of my streams. Flabebe is absolutely impossible to get without the shiny Q. Congratulations. Really difficult shiny to see because of how teeny tiny it is. I remember hunting for winning Scarlet and Violet and giving up. Something I am working on in the background, by the way, is a way to do the gift lock in Pokemon Yellow. I just need to do the HM items. I have been in the opposite of hibernation. Like, those of you who've been around for a while know I suffer from incredibly severe chronic insomnia. So I have very much lacked sleep over the last few weeks. Ended up completely losing it on Friday last week. And put in a prescription request to my doctor, and my doctor is an absolute legend. Prescription requests on the NHS app, by the way, if you are due some meds, don't forget to put in your script request. That's supposed to take 2 working days. My doctor saw my script request and did it in 15 minutes. And, like, I could have cried out of how grateful I was. My doctor that I've got where I live now has, I'm not going to lie, saved my life with how he's helped. I am on a Z medication for my sleep because it's the only thing that works. That's the technical term, by the way. I'm not being euphemistic. A Z medication. And if you know what they are, you know they're not pleasant. But boy, howdy do they help you sleep. And I am on the one that is not brand name Ambien. Ambien makes me hallucinate and hear things. I was going to say it's fun, but it's really not fun. It's scary as anything. This is Jazz. She might beat us up. Then again, we could beat her up. And the horseshoe rode in on Jazz. I would not wish sleeping issues upon anybody. I mean, I tend not to wish ill upon anyone anyway, because I think there's no sense in spreading ill will in this world. Like, if someone's hurt you, upset you, just don't think about them. That's what I've had to do in my life. So I don't try and spread ill will, but if I did want to spread ill will, then I definitely still wouldn't do sleeping issues. It's torture. But it's like anything, isn't it? You deal with it as best you can. And if you're struggling to deal with it, reach out for help. That's what I've done on occasion. Oh, bloody hell, broke my ankles in the wrong floor. There we go, break our ankles in the right floor. Don't need the Never Melt Ice, because we're not running any ice-type moves. We're risking return. I'm the opposite, Gemma. I'm a night owl. My ideal bedtime is about 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, that was just shocking movement. You've changed your hours, haven't you, Kanbei? Like, you can't do your late nights like you used to. It's only an hour difference, but the psychological impact of starting at 10 rather than 11 is going to be huge. Finishing at 6 in winter especially will be lovely. Eh, 4 months is still new. I'm going to pause the timer a second to try and process that. Gripping bags and pulling them off pipes to send them off. I'm trying to figure out what your line of work is just from that one sentence. Also, my hands could do with a break anyway. Oh, I was terrible in school. Like, I could never, ever do school at, like, normal times. Early classes were horrible. That sounds like it's either a very, very, very fun and interesting job, or it's one of those jobs that sounds more complex than it is. I did not enjoy school in the slightest. Like, as a young autistic guy with very limited social skills back then, it was very unpleasant. Oh dear. Pretend that didn't happen. Jasmine coming in for a second appearance. Hope she doesn't add that to her appearance fee. Possibly very slightly doxing my childhood self here, but I went to school in an area where we still had a selective system, so you did an exam in your final year of primary school, elementary school equivalent for some countries, which determined whether you were, and this is horrible looking back, smart enough to go to the good school. And I was, in quotes, smart enough to go to the good school. So that is where I ended up. But the trouble with going to the good school, as it were, is there is a lot of pressure put on you for everything academia. And while I was fairly academic, it's not where my passions lie. My passions lie in performing, in arts, in entertaining. But I couldn't do that. I wasn't allowed. So I couldn't take drama. I couldn't take any kind of, like, performing arts. I had to take the triple award science, further maths, and I didn't enjoy it. So my grades weren't good. Oh, one-shotting wheezing with return is good. I mean, being a floor walker's still an important job, Seth. And it sounds like you're able to deal with the issues that come up, like bags being too bloaty is the word that came into my brain. I cannot stand Shakespeare's plays. And I think the way they're taught ruins them. Ow! I just readjusted myself and I bonked my nose on my microphone. Ow! Goodness me. Apologies if you heard a clank then. Don't nibble me. Yeah, I think Shakespeare is one of those things where you could probably appreciate it more if you were learning how and why he wrote the way he did, as opposed to just being like, this is what it is. It's a learning tool, but we're not going to actually teach you anything important out of it. And you're definitely not going to treat it as entertainment. My year 11 through to... Not year 11, year 9 through to year 13 English teacher was fantastic. He did the best he could with the syllabus. Tony was his name. I say was, I hope he still is. My favourite memory of Shakespeare was the one time I was allowed to perform in a stage production that we did of, oh, what's it called? The Tempest. I had a lot of fun doing that. Oh, your pinky being hurt is almost the same level as like your little toe being stubbed. Oh, bollocks. Messed up my PP management here. There we go. I must have used one more return than intended. See, I can't do a regular job, mostly because of my chronic insomnia. Like, it just would not happen. I'd get let go after a couple of weeks. Like, my time at the job centre, when I tried to keep a regular sleep pattern, it was brutal for me. So, I ostensibly am how I describe to people older than us who aren't quite as savvy with technology and with things like YouTube and Twitch. I describe myself as an internet busker to them. Like, I get some revenue from adverts, but most of the revenue I get comes from people being very generous and tipping. But at the same time, I never expect it. I do this because I enjoy the hangout. You did get your chin chow. And on that note about things like the super chats and all the what YouTube call fan funding, never ever feel like you have to do that to get my attention. I will treat everybody the same. Like, it doesn't matter to me whether you pay £5, £5,000, 5p in a super chat to ask a question. Don't do that. Just ask it. Yep, fan funding, because YouTube's base pay is terrible. Thank you for popping in, Urban Huntsman. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope your KFC settles as well very, very nicely for you. Yeah, like, I've never understood why there are some people who stream and their main reason for streaming is just, I want to make cash money moolah. It's not the attitude that you should take with streaming. For me, my attitude going into stream is, let's just chat some absolute bollocks for hour, 2 hours, however long it may be. And we'll have a bit of fun on the way. Probably say some things that we don't mean. Say some things that we do mean. And just try and make everyone's days better. Deadpool, I'm going to level with you. I have no idea what stand and deliver is. I am completely oblivious to anything movie related, anything TV related. That is true. They do have a lot of people in the chat. I keep pressing the Claire button there. I had the most patronizing teacher in GCSE maths. So I was 14 to 16 years old at the time, and she still explained a number line as climbing up the ladder to get away from the crocodiles. This was in a selective school for people who excelled at maths, and we were still being taught to climb up the ladder to get away from the crocodiles. Yep. I will give her credit, though. It stuck with me an unspecified number of years later. I feel like one good use of, like, YouTube's AI would be to have a bot in here that's just connected to Google that then, like, answers those questions. Claire barely knew what happened, and screw you, Darren. Well, the opposite of screw you, Seth. Thank you so much for the $5 dollar super chat, rather. I don't know if we have any Australians in, but that's what your currency is known to me as. I swear I'm forgetting something, but we're just going to roll with it. Also, I struggle with colours. What colour would you call that Super Chat notification? Because I can't tell whether that's blue, green, or somewhere in between. Forgot our max repels. Ooh, seafoam's a fancy word. I like that. I was born with slightly fewer green receptors. Or what are they called? Cones. I'm terrible with biology. I was born with slightly fewer, whatever they are, in your eye area that makes you see colours. I don't have many green ones, apparently. So I don't see green particularly strongly. Which makes designing stuff on overlays very difficult. The lovely Kim, who I believe currently is out seeing some animals somewhere, when she came over here a little while ago, we were in Primark, and she wanted to, like, see the green deficiency in person. So she held up 2 green dresses that to her were clearly distinct colours. I was like, why have you grabbed 2 of the same green dress? What are you doing? The grass is always greyer on the other side. The grass is always browner on the other side. Someone's let their dog in it. Not taking any risks with the magneton there. We'll do an earthquake. I don't like Skittles. I find them too textury, if that makes sense. Just spend all our money there. Will, title card, go. Will, title card, go. No title card for Will. I do like M&Ms. There's Will's title card. Better late than never. We are slicing through these Pokemon like a knife through butter. I don't like peanuts. They make me feel sick. Peanuts and sesame are 2 flavours that... Oh, I'm feeling ill even just thinking about them. Please do not be a bomb. Yep, completely agree about mushrooms, Gemma. Welcoming God of Worst. I hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. OBS gone? I don't think so. Oh, no. Definitely don't eat walnuts if they are the equivalent of a razor blade for you. One shot. One shot. Going to be using 4 rare candies, so please do be aware of slight flashing. And I need to try and figure out which rare candy I forgot at some point. Oh, we don't quite one-shot the Umbreon because I messed up my rare candies. Oh, I love a good carrot cake. And the idea of carrot cake without walnut sounds very, very, very appealing. Oh, that was a crit. Please, one shot. Yes! We're good. We are golden. Maybe. Yes! Now I need to figure out where the hell that last rare candy is that I didn't pick up. I need to pause the timer at this point, don't I? Somehow a league on my first stream in a month. I'm not going to complain. Also, I like the little... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost serendipity between the playtime there of 5:55 and our in-game time of 55 minutes. Now, I'm not... I just muted for no reason there. I'm not going to do Kanto immediately. I'm trying to think where that rare candy is that I've missed so that I can pick it up. So we're not going to have the timer running for this. I just need to figure out where it is. So it's not that one. I'm showing as excellent stream health. Can anybody in chat just confirm that things are still going live properly on your side? Yeah, we're missing a candy. We only had 5. We only had 4 rather, not 5. As far as I can tell, OBS is behaving itself now. Is my mic back now? Hopefully, maybe. So I've got a button on my controller that controls my microphone to try and, like, mute any hiccups or anything. And I pressed it while trying to search for the rare candies. Yeah, it's the one near Jazz. That's fine. I think that was just your end, Gemma. I've checked the stream health and everything seems fine. Fortunately, this isn't a major detour if we don't run into anyone. No, we don't want to break our legs there. Rare candy. This might actually work out in our favour later on. Now that we know we only need 4 rare candies for the Lance battle with URSARING, we can save one and dump it in at red to get ourselves an extra level. Yeah, we're now in Kanto. Well, nearly in Kanto. We're in... what would you call it? International waters. There we go. That sounds like a term that people use. Think we'll be fine taking on Surge first. Yeah, let's get the rare candy first, actually. Oh, I've got to do Rock Tunnel in the bloody dark, haven't I? Oh, why did I make these life choices to lead up to this moment soon? What's wrong with me? This is Surge, gym leader number 1 of 8 here in the Kanto section, and he leads with a Raichu. We dispose the Raichu, so he sends out Electrode number 1. We don't outspeed, annoyingly. Earthquake on the Magneton. Doesn't double team, we've got the win. Thunder Badge acquired. This is Sabrina. She's a Psychic type specialist who's going to lead with Peskeon. She led with Peskeon. It didn't do well. We don't talk about her middle Pokemon. And then Alakazam tries its best. But its best is not good enough. A Jolteon, an Articuno, and a Drowsy there for you, Hannah. We'll get the leftovers there. And we'll go into gym number 3 here in Kanto. I've been playing a lot of Lemmings lately. It's been my game of choice. I got hooked on it again after doing a big 11-hour stream over on Twitch. By the way, if you're not following me on Twitch, please do. Because, like, I do a lot of fun stuff over there as well. Does that work? Maybe. We'll find out. Or just mix it up, having one of its moments again. Oh, that's a really, really useful link, isn't it? Bloody hell. If you want to see that kind of high-quality stuff from me, then do follow me over on Twitch. There we go. Just got to press the right button. It's a very nice pack you got there, Kanbei. A Wobbuffet, a Ferret, and a Ho-Oh. $70 for a tennis game. Jeez. Tennis games to me, I bloody love tennis. It's one of my favourite sports. Tennis games are trash for the most part. You're on full 1 in 8,192 odds, unfortunately, in Fire Red Leaf Green. And I don't know if it's still the same issue that plagues Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, but there are some RNG issues in those games. I feel like Nintendo would make a lot more money if they lowered their games by like 20, 30 quid or so. I've messed this up already. Try that again, shall we? Oh, why have we bloody... I am choking so much with Rock Tunnel lately, and I don't know why. There we go. Jeez. Apologies about that. Also, why are we at 110? The timer just skipped 10 minutes. There we go, that's more like it. Nintendo are an entity to themselves. And I do not understand what their logic is. Because they have some of the most beloved franchises. And yet they do them dirty all the bloody time. Like, can you believe it's going to be 10 years since we had a proper open world 3D Mario game? It does make me feel sometimes, you know, that Nintendo fluked their way into being successful. On a Switch 1, the 2 for £84 deal was a good deal for 2 Switch games. Yeah, definitely the COVID years messed up a lot of video game development. Like, I think Mario Maker 2 had a lot of cut content because of COVID. Understandably so, but I don't then see why we couldn't have just delayed all the other cycles. You didn't have to then rush this generation, which is what happened. PS5, the Xbox Series, and the Switch into Switch 2 generation all feel like they were very rushed. Because there's already talks at least of a PS6. I'm not necessarily talking about the financial impact, Seth. Talking more about the staffing issues. Because if you can't have remote working or you don't have the infrastructure to remote work, then it's difficult. That is true with artificial intelligence doing its thing. It does seem like the PS6 is being delayed. Yep, staffing issues is always a bit of a cop-out, isn't it? They could get the staff if they wanted to. They just have to pay what the staff want. I don't get why working from home is being taken away from people. Hasn't it been proven that people have better work-life balance? They are more inclined to work. They do more work when they work from home versus in an office. Yeah, the extraordinarily high number of calls thing is absolute bollocks, isn't it? Like, if you've had that high volume of calls and your system defaults to that, then it's not extraordinarily high. It's you've not got the staff. The excuse the department gave my other half for going back into the office is, well, you're helping the local economy. I'm thinking we could help our local economy where we actually live by working from home. Good afternoon, Bad. I hope you had a good day at work. Penultimate gym leader is in the form of Blaine. Fire-type specialist. Leads with McCargo. You're all alone. See, I don't mind being all alone when I work. I kind of have to be when I do the prereqs. I'm never alone when I work on stream, though. Because I have all you lovely people to hang out with. So at this point, I do want to say thank you to everyone who's watching on the VOD and those of you who are lurking. You are appreciated. Never feel the need to show your face. Just know that you are very much appreciated. Let's beat up Blue and make his day bad. Wanted to get the rain dance there. Leech Seed could be annoying. Oh, that's a bloody range. There we go. I think choice is important, isn't it? Like, if some people want to work in an office, maybe they've got a home setup that's not conducive to working from home, absolutely let them. Encourage it. But at the same time, if somebody has what would be, say, an hour and a half each way, like I did at an old office job, have the option to work from home. Cameras off by default is how everything should be. And I very much take that attitude to my streams. I did it even with the rappel interruption. That makes up for a terrible trash rock tunnel. Timer, please. Stop doing that. Let's take on red. Now that the time has fixed itself. Now this is not a pleasant fight for URSARING. We are too slow. I can't believe the stuff that went on with Ring. Oh, bloody hell, Solar Beam hit. And Flamethrower hit. Ah. Through Pikachu. Swift is what we want to see from the Espeon. Amnesia is what we want to see from the Snorlax. Oh, for God's sakes. So, lack of speed here, unfortunately. I'm not that enthused about Fire Red Leaf Green. I think we've got the win. Yes, we have the win. I make that 113 on the nose. Didn't get sub, but it's fine. Like, for first stream back in quite some time, I'll take it. And we're in 15th place. Our 15th fastest stream. Not bad. Could do better. Could do worse. Quicker than Ursaluna. That is for absolute bloody sure. Right, now YouTube, this is where we are going to part ways. So, if you are watching only on YouTube, the stream is ending here. However, if you do want to keep on with the fun, then you can carry on over to Twitch, where we'll play something else just for a little while. So here is the link to the Twitch. But on YouTube, if you are staying on the platform, have a wonderful day there. I do want to say a very, very big thank you to a bunch of people. Starting off with Gemma, Joking Alpaca, and Kambe for your memberships. Premier Ball, Great Ball, and Pokeball. Kanbei, Chad, and Seth for the super chats. Always greatly appreciated, but never expected. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. I'll be back on a Friday afternoon after the Pokemon Presents here on YouTube, before the Pokemon Presents on Switch, where we'll do a gift lock. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody.